This is NNN. It's Friday, June the 5th, and this is the Norval News Network, the network that answers the question, what's new at Norval? I'm your host, Mr. LG, and this week we'll be looking at dog training, self-watering gardens, conifer tip smoothies, killdeer, baby crayfish, and a maple mystery. Let's take a closer look. Have you been admiring Mr. Parcher's dog Ellie in the background of his stories? This week, Mr. Parcher shares some of his training tips with us.
Hi everyone, it's Mr. Parcher here, and today I'm going to be showing you a few things on how to train a bird dog. So this is Ellie. She's my wife and I's black lab, and she's a big cuddle bug. Here, Elle, come on. Heel, sit. Good girl. And we've worked with her for about 3 years now to train her up for bird hunting. So when I say bird hunting, I mean primarily ducks, geese, and pheasant. So I'm going to show you a few of the things that we do with her to keep her well trained, as well as some of the tricks that she knows. Sit. So one of the things that Ellie is primarily trained to do is to retrieve ducks and geese and pheasant once we've shot them and to bring them back to us. So we have a fake duck here, and this is what we call a training bumper. I'm going to show you some of the drills that we run Ellie through. So the first one is just a basic retrieve. So what I'll do is I'll get Ellie to heel up on me and then tell her to mark. So that means to watch where the bird is going, and then she'll be released with her name. And she won't go unless we say her name. So it looks like this. Heel, sit, mark, Ellie. Here, good girl. Good dog. Sit. Give. Good girl. Good girl. So Ellie is trained to only run when she hears her name. The reason we do that is because we don't want her to break. And breaking is when she runs out or she leaves without being told that she can go and retrieve the bird. It's just a safety thing. You want them to be trained so that you are sending them out to grab the bird and bring it back to you, and they're not breaking. Another thing she's trained to do is to kennel. Kennel. So when we say kennel, she goes into her doghouse. And when we're hunting, especially ducks and geese, she has a little hunting kennel that she will sit in for the duration of the hunt. So now we'll show you what it looks like when she marks out of a kennel. Sit, mark. Katie, Johnny, Peter, Frank, Ellie. Good girl. Here. Heel, sit, give. Good.
Mr. Evans' family built 2 new garden boxes this spring, and he has a story to share.
Thanks so much, Mr. LG. My name's Mr. Evans. Just here to give you a little tour of my gardens. We got these brand new gardens this year because we're staying at home for the quarantine. We decided that we'd get one garden for Cora, my daughter, and one garden over here for Tim, my son. Now, we decided to go and get something different though. We've got these life space gardens because they have a very special thing underneath it. They act like the natural aquifers, so that means there's water underneath our garden right here. So we have a small layer. It's almost like a plastic layer that the water goes up through, and then the dirt on top. You can tell when we need to put water in when this thing doesn't float. So you can see that it is perfectly good. We have a lot of water in there, and what happens is the plants will soak up the water like they do in their natural environment. Cora has made herself a little toad house here in our garden. Now we want the toads to come to the garden because it's a natural thing that eats the aphids and it will keep our plants growing without any bugs. Marigolds attract insects that like to eat bugs. Those bugs are the ones that eat your garden, so eat the leaves, etc. So marigolds will attract wasps and different things to eat the bugs, which is super cool. With our beans and peas, we pre-grew them inside, so we put them in these containers here. You can see this is what we use in order to grow our plants before we go out. Just some egg cartons, some recycled plastic, and dirt and soil. So we put them inside, put them by the window, watered them every day, and it acted like a little greenhouse. Look closely, these ones at the back we had in during the frost and the snow that came down. We put them in too early, so you can actually see a line of where the frost hit and the new growth after, which is kind of neat to see. Right here you can see my beans and peas. They're growing up the nice little, they're vines, they grow all the way up. These are beans and peas as well, right? You can see that they're just starting to come up, and you can see the little grabbers here. Right over here we have some cilantro, and right over here we have some basil that is growing. I also have a toad house, Tim. This is my son Tim's toad house. So you can see right here, this is the beans and peas are growing up like they are on the other one. These ones we planted from seed a little bit later, just so we could have fresh peas over there, and then our growing season can continue. So we staggered the planting so that way we can have beans and peas throughout that are fresh throughout the whole entire time. I hope you enjoyed my gardens. Thanks so much, Mr. LG. Back to you.
The secret ingredient to a perfect smoothie may be closer than you think. Let's go look with Ms. Buckle and find out.
Thanks, Mr. Algae. I'm back in my very own backyard, and I'm going to show you an ingredient that you can use to elevate your smoothies, salads, soups, or even stews. Let's go. It might not look like much, but the new growth on the Douglas fir, the spruce, and the hemlock trees, these bright green needles right here, actually provide a great lemony flavor for many dishes. They are the perfect forage for late spring and early summer, as they are high in vitamin C, potassium, and magnesium. And they are multi-purpose. You can use them in almost any dish that you would like to add that flavor to. Today I'm going to pick just a few and add it to my smoothie. After giving these hemlock tips a nice little rinse and a soak in water, I'll take them out and cut them up into smaller pieces to put in my strawberry banana smoothie. Now that I've added these hemlock tips, I will add my liquid base for this smoothie, which is going to be milk today. We have strawberry, bananas, hemlock tips, and some milk. And now I'm ready to blend it all up. And there you have it, a delicious new take on your favorite summery drink. Cheers. Back to you, Mr. LG.
Have you ever seen a killdeer up close? Come with Miss Corley and she'll show you one right now.
Thanks, Mr. LG. Hey everybody, I'm joining you from my family's farm out in the field here, and there's been some really cool animal activity that we've come across the past few weeks and seen turkeys and a skunk and animals around our pond. A week ago, our neighbors called us and said that they saw a bear on a trail cam near our property, and this bear looked like this. He looks like he's hungry and looking for food. Here's a video of me looking for his tracks. The first thing I'm gonna do is look for bear tracks near where the trail cam took the picture. Right here, there seems to be half a footprint that has a few claws in it. Could be our bear. Right now I'm walking down the path that the cows take to go down to the pasture. And near the pond, we've actually come across an animal called a killdeer. And this is a small bird that lives near water, and it will actually lay its nest right around the pond on the gravel. Here's our pond, and looking at it like this, you wouldn't suspect that there's anything, but in this gravel pile, there's actually an animal's nest. They're in the screen right now. Can you see them? Now I'll zoom closer and show you the eggs. These eggs were laid by a killdeer, which is this bird right here. And it's not happy that I'm close to its nest, but I'm not going to harm its nest. But it doesn't know that. What this bird does is it will actually pretend that it's hurt, so that predators will follow it and it will lead them away from its nest. It likes to make lots of noise and attract animals to follow it to lead them away. There it goes. These birds have been down here all spring. There's already been one set of killdeer birds that have hatched, so we've seen their babies running around. And this is a new pair that have just come down. And we are so lucky that we found their eggs because they camouflage so well. It wouldn't be very good if you were looking for them and stepped right on top of them. Here it is, pretending to be hurt so that I'll go after it instead of going for its babies. This killdeer is not happy that we are close to its eggs.
Dr. Hammer is back with part 3 of Hunt for the Rusties. This week, baby crayfish.
So here we are back at the stream to check to see whether the rusties have hatched. It's around 18 degrees Celsius. So I'm just gonna leave that sounds right, but I'm gonna leave it a little bit deeper and check it when I'm finished. So yes, they've hatched. Here we go. You can see the babies attached to the mom. They're bobbing up and down. They're attached to her by little bungee cord-like structures that are attached to the egg capsule, the little eggs when they hatch. And here you have a detail of a couple of the babies and an egg. And here you have an actual stage 1 baby. It's round, you could see, and kind of cute. And after a couple of days, actually, they molted on the mom. That means they shed their skin, and they went on to the next stage. This is the stage 2 larva, so they hang on to the mom and actually grow. And this one's a little bit elongated, and it's got more color on it, and the shape is slightly different. After a few more days, it takes about 5 days to go from stage 1 to stage 2, and after a few more days they will actually molt again and turn into a little miniature crayfish. So this is Dr. Crayfish signing off until next time. Bye!
For my last segment this week, I thought I would take you deep into one of my passions, maple trees.
Hi, it's Mr. LG. Up here. We all know what kind of leaf is on the Canadian flag. A maple leaf. But what kind of maple is it?
There are 6 different kinds of maples that grow commonly at the Norval Outdoor School, but only one of them closely resembles the leaf on the Canada flag. Which one? There's a lot of maples to choose. We can quickly narrow down that it's not the Manitoba maple. It has a compound leaf, meaning there's multiple parts to each leaf, not a single leaf like you'd see on the flag. The Norway maple, apart from being from another country, has pretty darn big leaves, and they don't look quite the shape of the leaf that you see on the Canada flag. The red maple seems like a good candidate because of the bright red color on the flag, but if you look closely at the leaf, see those little edges? It's not quite the same. Looks more like the old Toronto Maple Leafs jerseys. The silver maple has a very distinctive leaf. Unlike the other ones, they are very long and skinny, with kind of a deep groove in between each part of the leaf. So it's close. The black maple is just the opposite. It almost has no groove between the leaves at all, making it more like a block, like a square. But the sugar maple, I think we might have a winner here. Take a look at that leaf. Doesn't that look familiar? It's not a perfect duplicate for the flag, because the flag was stylized, but it's pretty close. Here's the sugar maple compared to a Norway maple. Now do you see the resemblance to the flag? Take a look at the other four. Black, sugar, red, and silver, and you'll see the Canada flag is for sure the sugar maple tree, Acer saccharum. So when anybody asks you, what's that leaf on the Canada flag? You can say, a Canadian sugar maple tree. Well, that's it for Season 1 of the Norval News Network. We hope that you've enjoyed this show as much as we've enjoyed putting it together. If you have any suggestions or comments, maybe ideas for future episodes, please send me an email at belgie@ucc.on.ca. We'd love to hear from you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Norval News Network all of these weeks.
From all of us to all of you.
We hope you're safe and well.
And don't forget to have fun outdoors.
Have a great summer. We'll see you next fall. Bye.